part 2 of our scenario means we're going to be reading part 2 of the story behind the game of Pool of Radiance. So, we last left off of the ancient city version of the place we're in, which is called Flan. And it used to be basically the go-to city of the Moonsea. And then a series of monster attacks, mercenaries, dragons, all that sort of stuff, basically one after another, made the city go boom boom blammy and desolate. So now we are going to talk about Great Hammer and the first of many rebirths of Flan. And this is going to be a little bit of a long one, folks. So, semi-apologies. Only semi, though. Dink. Flan remained relatively uninhabited for the next 500 years. The tucked in for bedtime, sorry. Sorry. Actually, let me get a drink first. As I spill it all over myself. Alrighty. Flan remained relatively uninhabited for the next 500 years. The city's position at the mouth of the Stojano did make it a useful meeting place for traders. With a D, not a T. As in D as in dog, not T as in not dog. There you go. Twice during this period, a pirate community grew on the ruins of Flan. The first time they were burned out by a navy sailing from Mulemaster. The second time a group known as the Red Horde, led by a red dragon of incredible age, leveled the community. Following this attack, buccaneers never regained their power in the Moonsea, although small bands still persist to this day. With time, the civilizations of man moved further north. The greater beasts retreated, and many cities were founded on the shores of the Moonsea. Yet the beasts did not retreat very far. Dragons nested in the Dragonspine Mountains. Ogres raided from the great grey land of Thar, and horrible undead things lingered in the swamps and passes through to Vasa. Hillsfar retained its elven ties and flourished even as Flan's power was deteriorating, growing from a small town into a large prosperous city. The foundations of Zental Keep and Mulemaster were laid while Flan lay in ruins. Small towns such as Melvant, Tentia, and Elmswood were started during this period. The inland city of Yolash, situated atop a great mount that dominates the southwestern coast of the lake, rose to the zenith of its power during this time. In the year 712, the year of the moon's tears, Milsor, the Valjevo. Milsor the Valjevo, founder of the Valjevo dynasty, journeyed to Flan to re-establish the city as a trading outpost. He was aided in his task by the wizard Rimun and the priestess Alionis of Tyr. Milsor, Ramon, and Alonius. Geez, I'm going to be tumbling over these names, I apologize. Gathered together interested adventurers and cleansed the city of the evil orcs and goblins that had made it their lair. That's, if you were with us in the first scenario, our first episode yesterday, sounds a little familiar. They cleared the banks of the Stojano and drove the Archlich Zanakar from the Sorcerer's Island in the center of Lake Kuto. In return for his efforts, Ramon was given the Sorcerer's Island as his home. Alonius, in turn, was given a wide area in the recovered regions of Flan as a temple to Tyr, the god of justice. By 750, the temple complex had been finished. In its day, it was said to be the largest temple of good in the entire north. The city as well had recovered, and large numbers of folks arrived. Some were natives of other Moonsea cities, seeking to make or expand their fortunes in the new lands. But others arrived as well, including men of the Dalelands and Sembians, as well as farmers and lumbermen intent on making the region their home. Newcomers built on the ruins of the old city, often not checking what had lay beneath their foundations. Some curious souls reported great twisting passages leading far beneath the earth. Exploring such areas was first discouraged. It was later outlawed after a party of adventurers freed an extremely large and angry beholder. The newcomers, led by Valjevo and his heirs, closed off the passages, choosing to ignore the past and seeking only the future for their fair city. How much further is this part? Oh, wow. Okay. This is going to be a long one. Alright. Yep. Actually, I'm just going to read... You know what? That's actually a good point, because, oh my gosh, this continues on for 2 more pages. Okay. So, they wanted to seek only the best for their future of the city. To be continued with part 2 of the first